what's going to make you feel comfortable and peaceful. Like, that's the main purpose of it. I talk to myself a lot. What's up, guys? It's your boy TrillaaTroy, and we're back at it again with another video. As you can see by the title, today is going to be a guided meditation tips and tricks. So if you want to see what kind of my routine of what I do, or if you're just thinking about it and you want to see if it's right for you or not, just keep watching. Like I said, it's a guided meditation, so go ahead and cue the thing. Alright, so I'm just kind of going to go through a list of things that I do, or as a beginner, what you should consider doing before you start meditating, while or like during your meditation period, and then also after you've finished meditating. And as you can see, we're in a new setting. I feel like being outside, hearing the birds chirp and feeling the sun on my skin was a nice different change of scenery than the white background with the lights for the meditation video. So hopefully you like it. Let me know in the comments down below. It's pretty hot out here, so it feels great. But I'm gonna be reading off I made a list of what I do to make sure like I kind of incorporate everything. So I'm just gonna be reading off my phone if you see me looking down. But the first thing I do is something you want to consider is do it as soon as you wake up, because as you know, there are so many things that we have on our to-do list for a day, and it's like once we get started we may not have time or a down break to actually do what we wanted to do. So I always meditate as soon as I wake up sometimes, or even if you like wait a few minutes, you know, like you go on your phone or whatever, and then you just put it down, you know, block out everything and you just get in the zone. So normally I do it as soon as I wake up, or you can wait like within an hour. Say you need to wake up, brush your teeth, wash your face, you know, like feel better than just like, oh, I just woke up and now I'm doing it. So you're like, I feel refreshed, I've brushed my teeth, I've washed my face, you know. So if you're that type of person, then I would definitely say, you know, wait an hour, you know, do what you got to do, eat breakfast or whatever, then you know, come back, then, you know, get into the meditation period from there. If not, say this is just something you do when you feel like you're really stressed and you're on the verge of breaking or something, you don't have to be as consistent. And I know you're like, what? There's so many videos just saying, you know, if you want to meditate, you have to do it every day, you have to be consistent. Honestly, for me, it's like knowing why you're meditating and knowing what you're meditating for is also like, that's the main purpose of it. So if you are a type of person who you only have to meditate every few days, or you only meditate once a week and that's good for you, then do that. Like, not everyone has to meditate every day, and it's totally okay if you don't meditate every day. Just do it as consistently as possible if that is what works for you. But if not, you know, make a schedule of when you want to, either a monthly schedule or weekly schedule, and just make sure like you hold yourself accountable and you kind of stick to that schedule. Also, like I said, you don't really have to have a schedule. You can do it whenever you feel like it. Say you meditate once a month, or you only, like I said, you only meditate when you need to. That is completely okay, because no one controls your headspace but you. Like, no one knows what's physically or mentally going on in your mind, if you need meditation or not, but you. So if you feel like you're good, it's always beneficial to meditate, and that's from personal experience. But if you feel like you're good and you don't need to meditate, then don't do it. Like, don't make yourself or force yourself to meditate, and then it's not as productive as it should be. So that is kind of one thing that I do before I meditate. Also, number 2 is you pick your location. So and make sure that it's pleasing and it's silent. If not silent, then it's as quiet as it possibly can be. But location is so important when meditating, because that is what kind of creates the aura around what's going to make you feel comfortable and peaceful while you're in the meditation state. So I meditate in my room because I just close my door. If you want to play music, you can to enter that state, but I close my door and it's pretty noise cancellation, so it's silent, and I feel comfortable in my room. It's like a safe haven for me. So, you know, if you feel like there's a certain spot, a certain place, a certain thing that it's a safe haven for you, or you feel most comfortable, I would definitely say do that. If it's in your house, you know, if it's in your car, you can meditate anywhere, honestly. So wherever you feel most comfortable and there's little noise as possible, do that. Number 3, I'm gonna add 3 and 4 together. 3 and 4 were 2 different things. But for number 3, if you want to play music to kind of make your mind more tranquil and at peace, play music. But also, number 3, you want to make your body as comfortable as possible. So I know sometimes you see meditation videos where like, sit up straight, hands in your lap or hands to your side, and do that. For me, I can, and I have before done that, but it's most comfortable for me to like be laying flat, just flat on the bed. Sometimes they say like stick a towel or stick like something underneath your lower back so you can lay flat and there's like no ridge or anything. But I just lay flat on the bed, and I find that's most comfortable for me. I put my hands to the side and I kind of just let my hands rest, because what I've noticed for me personally is I can't like just lay my hands down and feel like they're in like a right spot. So I just let my hands rest, and whenever my hands feel like they're not holding themselves up, if you get what I'm trying to say, then that's how I know like my body is literally completely not working at all. I'm just literally relaxing and I'm resting. And so typically I'm gonna read this off. It says like an ideal position would be sitting up loose. Don't focus on your posture too much. Flat feet, hands by your side, or like I said, letting your body like straight, flat, and just letting your hands naturally fall. So these are all the tips I would say to think about before you enter, or before you think about going into meditation, or not going into meditation, but before you start meditating. And now we're going to switch over to actually what you want to do while you're meditating. So during your meditation period, this is kind of a thing what you want to do. But first, during your meditation period, you just want to breathe naturally. Like, don't speed up your breathing, don't slow it down intentionally, just breathe naturally. And I feel like I had this kind of scheduled towards the end of the video, but I do guided meditation. So if you want to, like, say you go to YouTube and you type in guided meditations, there are people who have tranquil voices who you can listen to, and they kind of help you like slowly take a breath now, slowly breathe, like do this or do that. And it kind of helps you breathe, but don't just like automatically go into it and just hold your breath for 10 seconds and think that you're breathing like slowly automatically by that. Like, kind of have some sort of form to it. Also, say you have Apple Music, I'm pretty sure, I haven't tried Spotify, but I'm pretty sure they have like meditation practices that you can try on Spotify. But if like you can't do it personally for yourself, like I said, I use YouTube sometimes, and there's also like podcast channels that you can also use to help for guided meditations. So that is totally what I would say you should do. But yeah, just breathe naturally. Let your body rest. Let your lungs inhale, exhale, breathing through your nose, out through your mouth, whatever works for you. Also, I want to add, if this is your first time, it may be uncomfortable to be comfortable, and I hope you can understand what I mean by that. Like, if this is your first time meditating, you may not know what you are doing, and you may feel like, oh my God, I feel like I'm doing it wrong, or oh my God, like I feel comfortable, my body feels comfortable, but I feel uncomfortable doing it. Everything that we first start off at, we're going to be uncomfortable doing it. You have to just overcome that, and you have to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. That is one of the hugest tips that I've been giving in life. All right, and really, you're still getting used to it, so you may have anxiety, you may be restless, you may be irritable while you are meditating if this is your first time. But you have to give your soul an undivided attention to yourself, your mental, like your mind, and like where you are going with it, and let it like go for you. That was very like confusing and not worded correctly, but basically you want to allow your mind to be free and just remove any outside thoughts, and just like let the state of meditation take you wherever it's taking you. Like, don't try to, like automatically force so much out of yourself if this is your first time. Like, just be comfortable and doing it, and letting the mind like take you wherever it does. And also, while your thoughts are wandering, think about what you're going to be doing after you finish meditating. So this is something that, when I say that, I mean like while you're meditating, as you see yourself coming to a close, think about, after this meditation, what am I going to do? Am I going to go drink a glass of water? Am I going to go take a shower? Am I going to go get ready for work? Like, what is the absolute immediate thing that you're going to do as soon as you stop meditating? So that's why I say that is so important too, because it helps kind of start your productiveness in your day after doing that. Once you do it in the morning, just go ahead and have everything else like that. And so now we are transitioning to after the meditation process. So after you've meditated, you can meditate if it's your first time, or like if you've been practicing it and you just want a few more tips and tricks, the length that you meditate does not matter. You can meditate for a minute, you can meditate for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, like however long you have is valuable time for you to meditate, and like just let your mind flow and be one with your thoughts and your mind. So yeah, it doesn't really matter how long you meditate, but now I'm going to be going into like what you want to do after meditation. So you kind of want to reflect and check your mental. So after you finish meditating, like I said, think about the first thing that you're going to do, but like soon after, don't just like immediately get up and be like, okay, I meditated, let's go ahead and just like, I'm got so much to do. Like, actually let your mind rest for a quick second. Think about what you just meditated. Let your mind rest and check your mental. Are you okay? How did that meditation feel for you? Was there something that you meditated about or you thought about that you need to dive deeper on? Maybe you need to go journal right after you meditate. I've done that sometimes where I meditate and I get like thoughts and ideas, and I'm like, oh my god, I should write this down. You know, I need to plan this out, or I need to journal this, or oh, I thought of something, I should write this on my calendar, something that I want to do. So it's like, definitely check your mental, make sure that you are okay and that you're in a good headspace. So, you know, that's what it's all about, making sure that you're in a good headspace. And if you're doing this to get in a good headspace, see if you've made any progress. Obviously, meditating one time is not going to make the most difference. You want to, you know, consistently and continue doing it. But like, just make sure you're okay. Just check in with yourself. Say, hey, self, am I okay? How did that feel? What's going on now? Should I do this again? Did I feel it was beneficial for me? So yeah, you just want to check your mental. Then you want to practice positive affirmations. And so this is where you kind of enter the sector of manifestation a little bit, but I feel like manifestation and meditation are two great things that are very powerful when you put them together. So you practice positive affirmations, whether you already have them written down and you just read them off a list, or you just like, you randomly spurt them out as they come to your mind. So you may say like, you know, I am healthy, I am positive, I am happy, I will receive financial growth, I will be successful. You know, just say positive affirmations after you've meditated, because I feel like this is something that is very beneficial too. And like I said, that does enter the sector of manifestation, and I will be doing a video on manifestation very, very soon. So let me know in the comments what you want to see, particularly with that video, and I can make sure that I put it in there. Also, you want to talk about it with yourself. Like I said, I talk to myself a lot. Like, if you don't feel comfortable talking to yourself, because there are some people who don't, but I express my inner thoughts the most when I talk to myself. I talk to myself all the time. But say you want to talk to a friend where you may need that person-to-person interaction, talk to a friend about meditating. Encourage your friend to start meditating, and then you guys can share your experiences together and see what works for one another, and maybe you can help both of your experiences together by seeing that. But also, you can just talk and like have a venting session. Sometimes you need to get stuff off of your chest. Like, I know some people are the type of people like me. Sometimes I do this, I just hold stuff in and I don't really talk about them. So talking about it to your friends, may like talking about a situation that you feel like is really frustrating you or really holding you back from doing something, talk about it, see their reaction, see their opinions, and see how that may help you next time you meditate and going in a different direction or different path that you take. Also, lastly, I'm just gonna really give out a few apps, and if I don't name all of them, I'll put some of them on the screen here. But I know like the Calm, I used the Calm app when I first started a few years ago when I was very inconsistent. Like, it's called the Calm app. I'll leave links to some of them below. But I remember like the Calm app being really nice because it reminded you throughout the day to just take a breath, or if you wanted a scheduled meditation, you know, it reminded you of that. This is kind of all over the place as the video is ending, but like, focus on the sounds. So what I mean when I say by that is, like, some people enjoy ocean sounds, some people enjoy sounds of nature. Like, whatever sounds most calming and peaceful to you, I definitely say turn that on or play that while you are meditating. Or if you have a guided meditation, maybe they'll have music playing in the background of whoever the facilitator is of that guided meditation. So I hope you enjoyed some of my meditation tips and tricks for beginners. If you have any questions, if you want to see another one of these videos, if you feel like you want to start meditating and you have a few questions, DM me on Instagram or like leave it down in the comments. I'll be sure to respond and let you know. But remember to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, thank you for supporting the channel, and we're out. Peace out, my trotters.